working with Casario throughout the year?
Man, it was a blessing. Being on a 1-year deal, it was just ain't nothing but the grace of God that I'm still here, to be honest with you, man. So it's just it was a blessing to be once we signed here. I was excited to get back here, see some familiar faces, and to still be playing. And then as the season went along, being on P Squad, man, it's an awesome place to be because it's you're just growing. You're going up against the ones every day, and you serve. You know what I'm saying? So your team is only as good as you know what I'm saying, as the guys that you're going up against servicing each other. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just serving one another and trying to make each other better.
And do you feel like being in a group of guys, and I know every team probably has this, but the sheer number of guys that were on 1-year deals and guys whose contracts are expiring, how does that make the locker room different? Are y'all able to talk about this better? I don't know. I'm curious how that kind of culture.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it definitely brings a sense of what am I trying to say? A sense of kind of like similarity. And so in a sense, man, you're on that. But it also brings a huge competitiveness. But man, we got a great locker room. The D-line room, this is probably the funniest D-line room I've ever been in. And so it's just we got a lot of good character men in this locker room from every position. So to be honest with you, whenever we talk about it, it's more or less not so much I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get that, this and that, da-da-da-da, which that can easily get to that. But for the most part, man, it's kind of just encouraging one another and keeping everybody, trying to keep everybody going.
Mark?
Eric, what is the level of concern inside the locker room amongst the players as this COVID thing seems to be, it is definitely a key issue again?
Yeah, it's definitely I wouldn't say a shock, but obviously anytime there's change or something just happens like that, obviously there's kind of a little bit of I ain't gonna say concern, but for the most part, kind of just all right, it's a little bit of a change of schedule. It's just something we have to adjust to. But a lot of guys are, like I said, since the new protocols came out yesterday, everybody's still been locked in on Jacksonville. There's nothing we can do. It's just, like I said, it's just mask up, be careful what you're doing outside of the facility, and get ready for Jacksonville.
Do you feel like what y'all have all been through in the last couple of years makes y'all able to kind of help deal with it now as it crops back up again?
For sure. It's something that we've all been through before. And so, and you know this, when you've gone through something before, whether that be in your life or whatever it may be, when you see it again, you kind of have an idea of either how to adjust to it or you had that sense all right, been here before, let's kind of get back into, like I said, I was talking to my wife about that the other day. It's all right, let's start to, these stuff's starting to come up. Let's start to kind of wear masks when we're out the grocery store or we're doing whatever,
Aaron?
Thank you.
Aaron Wilson.
Hey, Derek.
What's going on?
What did it mean to you when you were signed to the active roster, to sign all the way through the 22 season and to know that you're under contract for next year? And what went into your decision to go ahead and make that commitment?
Like I said, man, to God be the glory. So Jesus for real, bro. Ain't nothing but the grace of God. I was excited that we have another year here. We built a great community of friends, family friends, people that we've known beforehand. And just to be able to see some of the guys and those relationships, that's the biggest thing is when you come into a locker room in the NFL, a lot of times, man, if you won, it's cool. But a lot of times when you leave a team, you miss the people that you met there. And so it was just grateful to be able to be around some of these men again and to come back and try to, obviously, it's been a down year, but obviously next year, come back and try to be better,
Last one for Brooks.
Derek, you were saying that whenever y'all talked about the 1-year contract, it's not oh, I'm gonna go get this. It's kind of more fun. What is an example of how y'all talk about it together?
We talk about 1-year deals. Shoot, man, I know for me personally, like I said, when we talk about 1-year deals, for me personally, it's just kind of like, man, all right, I'm only here for 1 year, so you know what I'm saying, make the most of it. You know what I mean? From a relationship standpoint, like these dudes here try to encourage and love on the folks that you see in front of you, and enjoy the time that you're here. Because a lot of times, man, if you start looking too far forward, you miss. And not present with the folks that you see in front of you, man, you miss a lot of stuff, bro. So for me personally, it's just being present and loving on the folks in front of you.
Thanks for your time, Derek.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Lonnie, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, man.
Lonnie, I just asked Derek the same question. How are you dealing with this situation involving COVID again, and how it's impacting your locker room? What are you and your teammates' thoughts about how y'all deal with the situation as it becomes a problem again?
I mean, we in the business of NFL, man, and it's a lot going on with this COVID stuff around the league. So we just got to take care of it how we take care of it.
How much of the fact that you've been through it before, it makes it a little easier to deal with?
I mean, we just know how to handle it now, you know, the social distance, and that's about it.
Aaron?
Hey, Lonnie, Merry Christmas. Your thoughts on having an expanded role? Unfortunately, Terrence Mitchell has injury and he's on the COVID list. Your thoughts on having an expanded role and maybe starting again at corner?
That's just good that I'm versatile, you know, go out there and play multiple positions and not too much be worried about it. Learning both of the positions, you know, you're not trying to sit there and just focus on one, you know, just going out there and playing to the best of my ability, whether it's at safety or a corner.
Lonnie, what do you think about competing against Trevor Lawrence? You guys have already seen him once, and what have you seen from him when you watch the tape of him since that game? Thank you.
The first game, I didn't play that game, so I'm not sure what he's seen from me from watching on film, but from watching him on film, I feel like he's getting better. You know, he's still a rookie quarterback. You know, we just got to go out there and just take advantage of the opportunities we give.
Brooks?
Yeah, Lonnie, with the secondary and the depth that's filling in this strange weekend, I mean, you played opposite people at safety, whoever's filling in out there, Jonathan, the others. I mean, what's that group like and being prepared for kind of a strange week filling in?
I mean, like I said, with me playing both positions, like with them, if they struggle with any of the calls, you know, I'm out there to help them out. You know, I can make the checks from the corner position if I have to. So I'm not really tripping on it if they on my side. Like I got them. We all work together.
And the linebacker too. I mean, you mentioned the checks, everybody being in communication. I mean, Christian Kirksey was kind of y'all play caller there. How are things working with the other guys that are part of the unit now?
Man, they ready. Next man up mentality. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, we all working together. So if we got to make checks from the outside, we'll do that.
Thank you.
All set. All right, Lonnie. Thank you.
Peace.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Your thoughts on the opportunity with Justin still being in the concussion protocol? David Culley was saying that they'll need you a lot, and you know, Eric Murray, you guys work in tandem. Just what do you think about that, having this chance to play and play a lot on defense?
I prepare every week as if I'm going to go out there and play. So whenever the coaches do call my number and, you know, give me a more impactful role for the team, I'm always prepared. So I'm excited for the challenge and, you know, whatever they ask me to do, I'm ready to do it.
Hey, John, now that you've been playing more on defense and had more games under your belt, is your confidence growing? Do you feel more comfortable and do you feel like some of your skills start to show more because you've had just that comfort level of having to play more?
Absolutely. You know, you go out there and like you said, you play more snaps, you get more comfortable, you think less while you're out there, you know what I mean? It had been a while, probably since college before I had got a lot of defensive snaps. And, you know, this year they're slowly been building me up and I went in for a couple of series one game and I played, you know, pretty much a big portion of the second half last game. So just building my confidence up slowly, and like I said, I'm excited for the challenge.
Brooks.
Hey, Jonathan, with all the number of guys that were on this team with 1-year deals going into this year, what was it like throughout the year, and kind of the approach it's been just top down the franchise, and just your expectations kind of for the future?
I mean, I kind of just worry about myself. I don't kind of try to think too much into everybody else's situation on the team. I just kind of try to make sure that, I do my job and whatever they ask of me. So I continue to give the coaching staff and everybody in the building confidence that I can, go out there and perform and do my job. So I kind of try not to, look into all that. So just kind of stick to myself and, do my role on the team.
Mark.
Jonathan, what's the feeling like amongst the players and yourself with y'all having to deal with these issues related to COVID again?
It's been pretty crazy, seeing everything around the league, but everybody's really trying to follow these protocols and, socially distance and make sure we're all safe, good hygiene, washing hands, everything. So it's been kind of crazy seeing the amount of COVID cases, but we just kind of do what we can to help prevent the spread. So just kind of try and stay safe, keep a mask on.
Thank you.
Aaron.
Hey, Jonathan, in terms of your style of play, how would you characterize kind of the way you approach the game and what you feel like you bring to the table as a safety?
Fast and physical, play hard and do whatever the coaches ask of me, so do my job first. That's the biggest thing.
Okay, thank you, Jo.
So,
Appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.